I was just going to say that I think King Rin might be Hitler. So I've read a few of the books, and Horde's not really bad. Horde's not really bad. Horde's not really bad. Horde's not really bad.
Horde's not really bad.
You heard it here first. Bell says that the Horde's not really that bad. You're listening to PWNcast, and it is our 7th show! Welcome back, PWNcastians. You're listening to PWNcast. I'm your host, Eli, speaking to you from Denver, Colorado. It is May 31st in patch 5.4.8. We're going to talk about the new episode of Azeroth Choppers. It's time to vote. Wowhead comes out with some new transmog guides, and we're going to check those out. Also, there's a Garrison preview on Battle.net, part 1 of how many we don't know, and it's awesome. That's what we're going to talk about today. I brought the Honey Badgers with me, back from the Dungeon of Finals. Mass Medic, what's up, buddy?
Hello, people.
What's going on?
I am living day to day. The Dungeon of Finals is almost conquested. I'm about to cash in on that very victorious boss battle. It's going to be in a few days. And I'm hopefully going to get that magical piece of paper that presents me more gold. So... if you haven't caught on to what that means, I think you guys should go back.
I think that goes in the offhand, and you also get, in your loot box, you're also going to get like a cap or something, and a gown.
Nah, I don't roll like that.
Awesome, right on.
I wore a dress once, and I was out of line that week, okay? It was a dark time for me, okay? That's all I'm going to say. All right,
that's what I would ask.
Right on.
They'd be like, you graduated. Like, yeah, what level are those robes? Are they high enough level? I don't know.
And the mage with all the rage, Frieza, what's up, buddy?
Hey, you say rage?
Yeah, mage with the rage.
I have an anger issue. I don't appreciate that. No, just like
start getting all mad at me.
I don't know why you think I have rage.
Don't turn into a Francis.
He only uses 3 keys. Come on, don't be like that.
Oh, again with the mage. Oh, that's it. I'm not coming back to this show.
It's true. It's so.
I'm not talking about team anything. I can't even talk right.
And this week we brought back Belle from the Facebook page Girls Who Play WoW. What's up?
What's up, guys?
Nothing. We're having fun here, trying to get past all of our technical difficulties.
I'm dying in Arizona. It's already up over 100 degrees. And I have this saying that heat makes people kill, and I really think that that's why a lot of murders happen in Arizona during the summertime, because heat will make you crazy.
I feel uncomfortable with this talk.
Wow.
I'm not saying I kill people. It's hot.
Oh, I get it now.
It's hot. I bought a pool for my kids in the backyard, and it's nothing fancy. It's just a tiny little pool. I'm pretty sure I'm going to commandeer that over the summer.
Oh, they don't care. They don't care.
I'm going to make that my own.
There you go. Just get some kind of pillow and just sleep in it.
Last year, they all got those Rubbermaid tubs you buy from Wally World, and they had their own individual ones, and they sat outside with umbrellas in the middle of the backyard.
Hey, man, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
Right on. All right, guys, well, let's get to it. Let's start talking about what we did in WoW. Let's start with you, Mass. What's up?
I didn't do in WoW.
Did you do your own bleep? I think that was your own bleep, because that was not me.
I do my own phase out there. I don't want to get sued later on in life, so.
Oh, okay. You really didn't do anything at all?
Well, the amazing thing is Blizzard was like, Mass Medic is, he's the so we're going to go give him the alpha beta testing of Heroes of the Storm. So that's what I was doing.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we commented last on the show, and we said, why isn't Mass here? We haven't been able to seem to get a hold of him, and Spam said, well, the last time I heard of him was when he posted that picture of his, he got an invite for the beta, and that's the last we heard from him.
Yeah, I'm awesome, so that's, everybody loves me.
Apparently Blizzard thinks so.
Yeah, I'm awesome. So
wow.
I got to give a shout out to Blizz for knowing who's awesome,
Oh, don't suck up. That's terrible. I can't be a part of this.
Boo.
Terrible. charity.
Just because you didn't get picked and I did. Don't act like
We're all
that.
bitter. We are all hurt and jealous at the same time.
We are.
It's
I want to play that so bad.
It's okay. So
Right on.
that's what I did. We'll probably get into a little bit more commentary about that later on because I got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Oh, awesome.
So.
I'm looking forward to that. All right. What about you, Friza? What'd you do this week?
Oh, not much of anything either. Just waiting for the new expansion to come out. Just waiting and waiting and waiting for it to come out, and really no motivation to do this anymore. You know, how many times can you kill Garrosh? Don't know how many times I can do it.
Yeah, you're like, yay, he's dead again.
How come he keeps rezzing? I don't understand.
What is that old saying? The raid resets next week. The old saying. You guys remember that?
No.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
We don't know what he's talking about.
Sure, yeah, we understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know, maybe that's another invitation to something.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Don't hate like that. Don't hate.
Bitterness.
Hate is gonna hate. What about you, Belle?
I overextended myself a little bit this week. Some of my guildies wanted a horde guild, so why not? So my alliance guild is the Riders of Rohan. I made a horde guild. We called it the Eye of Sauron, which is pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie.
That's a cool name.
And then I also hopped to another server, Antonidas. I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
Wow. What is that?
It's a normal server, it's regular PvE, and I made a Riders of Rohan. Well, actually, I took over a guild and recreated the Riders of Rohan on that server. I'm trying to go to server to spread my joy and merriment to all of the battle players.
All deserve to enjoy this.
I just want to spread the love. So, but it's been rough. I don't know how to be a guild master to 1 million guilds, so I'm trying to do it properly.
You're gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I already am. But I have good people that have popped over and they're helping on the different guilds. So, but that's pretty much it. I have done 0 on any of my tunes except Stan and Stormwind and Troll Trade Chat. That's pretty much been what I've done the last week. So, yeah.
A lot of trolls came out of the cracks when there was nothing else to do.
Yeah.
It's true. Right on. Right on. Well, for me, I did absolutely nothing. And for the first time, I think in forever, my farm has not been worked for like 3 days in a row.
Shun.
I know. It's crazy. I had a really hectic work week to the point where I came home, ate dinner, and went to bed, and then woke up and went to work all week. It was awful. I didn't do squat. So I got nothing to report at all. It's pretty bad, but I'm
did
sure
you do
we've
your
all
laundry?
been. Yes.
That's all that
that
matters.
somehow that got done.
You have clean underoos, that's all that matters.
As long as I'm wearing fresh undies, I guess everything's okay.
I'm a bachelor, and I actually ran out of clothes halfway through the week, and I went and bought more.
That's,
Wow.
At least you didn't turn them inside out or Febreze them. So my hat's off to you.
I totally
just
done that. I'm married.
Oh my god, I just throw them away.
Wow, that must be nice.
A lot of shame happens sometimes at night.
Those of us with kids are on budgets, and we can't buy throwaway underoos. We have to
That's
wash
right.
them.
Yep.
Never heard
Come
of
on
it.
now.
Never heard of it.
Whatever.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys, it's time to talk about the new episode of Azeroth Choppers. What'd you guys think?
I thought we stopped talking about that show.
What?
I thought we
Are we
stopped talking
kidding?
about that.
I look forward to talking about it.
Are you kidding me?
Hate is gonna hate, man. I gotta say something.
The bike was done like the first week. Okay, first of all, it was locked in the closet, like Friza said, and that's the end of it. That's all I'm gonna say. It was retarded.
Did you vote?
The bikes don't look extremely as good as they should have been. I'm sorry.
Right. Well, they were only given 5 weeks. So.
I'm going to call shenanigans. I don't believe that at all.
No, it's not true. Come on.
I think Blizzard said, let's do this as cheap as possible just to get people excited, but I don't want to throw a lot of money at you.
Why would you do that, though, right? Why would you say, hey, we have all this money, these guys will make a bike for us, and then say, all right, 10 weeks, go for it, and then all of a sudden have the brilliant idea of saying, no, let's cut it shorter, guys, and see what happens.
Drama.
Because that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
Everybody loves drama.
you ever seen that Family Guy episode where they're all, we got the technology, but I don't want to spend a lot of money. And they're going to rebuild Peter, and Peter has a plunger for a foot, has like a bucket for a head. And he's like,
he's all, dun, 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 dun. He's got like a trash can for a foot. Yes.
That's kind of what it was like.
I'm disappointed with both bikes. I mean, obviously I'm Alliance, everybody knows that, and I voted Alliance just because I'm supposed to, but I expected better. I cried a little.
Okay, I gotta throw in a comment. First of all, have you people looked at those bikes and how uncomfortable of a ride those would actually be?
Well,
one can't even be driven on the street because it's a damn snowmobile.
Dude, you can cut your hand open driving it.
I don't really know that my Warlock cares that it's not going to be comfortable when she's riding it in game.
It's not the point.
It doesn't look that bad.
Your logic is invalid.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to throw you down right now. I'm going to stop you there.
I understand what you're saying, though. Conceptual-wise, it's not realistic.
Well,
right.
Let's just go steal them both. Let's go steal the bikes, and we'll sell them on eBay and call it a day.
Right,
nobody can buy them.
We might get $25. We might get our money back from shipping. I don't know.
Hey, if we could get $54, we could buy a shirt.
Oh, that's
snap!
Funny. Well, that's what we were going to talk about. You think those motorcycles are going to have the logo on them, the Choppers logo? They might have that.
Oh, his logo, his Paul Designs logo.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
It's probably going to have that in the game.
It better not have that in the game. I'll be pissed.
Okay.
I'm not going to be sporting his stupid design.
Yeah, because it's stupid.
It's super stupid.
It's like
so much rage happening in this conversation.
I'm just hating the hate is all. That's all it is. I don't care if it's a good thing. I'm like, I hate it anyway.
You guys hate it? I hate it too, dude.
No, but really, okay, honest. If everybody was really honest about this, the Alliance bike looks like a giant insect.
It does.
Insect?
Come on.
It looks like a piece of crap snowmobile that somebody bought from China.
It looks like an insect.
But it has a shield.
I'm looking at it right now.
How many insects do you know that have shields?
I will say this.
So lame.
Those swords in the front are awesome.
Yeah, the swords are badass.
That was awesome. But totally copied from the tusks.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
And it was like, oh, okay, so they got tusks. You got to put swords on
and
now?
And that was the last-minute decision, right? The sword?
Yeah, that was like last minute.
Because what's-his-name didn't want a fender on the front, and that was like the compromise between him and Paulie.
Right.
Yeah,
there's no saddlebags.
I did love that the Horde bike didn't start. And I don't know if they might have done that on purpose, but I thought that was pretty awesome.
Right, you could tell they're trying to make this as close as a thing as possible. At the very beginning, or when you watch the episode, I think it's episode 7, the very beginning, they're like, vote now, and it's showing the Alliance bike first. And they're like, vote now for this one, right now. And then the Horde bike doesn't start. And I'm like, you guys are trying really hard to make this a close thing, but it ain't. And I'm glad they're not showing who's winning right now, because you would see that the Horde is dominating everything.
Yeah. There's been rumors that they're just going to put both of them in game regardless of the outcome.
You know they're going to do that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised. Would anybody want to see my shock face?
Yeah, no.
No.
It's not going to happen.
It's anything like that other face.
Oh, ooh. Hey, that's a different show.
Wait, whoa.
That's not this show.
There are children in the room.
Awkward faces, French toast licking other cinnamon crunch French toast.
Yes.
I don't know what this is.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, that's Fryza's Skype pictures. Is it one of the little French toasters licking the other one? We're like, we got to turn that off, dude.
Don't judge me. Don't.
Oh,
I was hoping that when they started the Horde bike, that like black smoke would have came out.
Yes.
That would have been awesome.
Including gross soot just coming out. Oh, I'd have been like, yes.
What they should have done was just put it outside for like a month in the rain and let it rust up, let it get really nasty looking.
Hit it with like an axe.
Yeah, make some
like all over the place.
Some like man, they just did everything wrong.
Make it look like it went through battle.
Yeah,
like make the front wheel wobbly.
Yeah. Well, not like that. No,
I don't know if that's safe.
Let's make it where it can't be drivable.
or what would be cool is if they could have made like sparks coming out of like the tracks in the back, like if something's broken.
Yeah.
Just like sparks. That would have been awesome.
There's a lot of stuff they should have did. They gave it to the wrong guy. They should have gave it to someone like Jesse James or Count Custom. Someone with
Jesse
star.
James would have just taken it and made it like.
No, you know what he would have done?
It would have been awesome.
That's what you need.
He would have taken the bike and then he would have cheated on it. That's what he would have done.
That was a low blow.
That
Sandra
was
Bullock's
good.
texting us right now.
That was good. Who was his ex? What's her name?
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra,
Who
he probably
cheats
put
on
his-
her?
Yeah, seriously.
Well,
Come on.
I mean, I'm obviously I'm married to a man, but I mean, if I was a female, I would never cheat on her.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Now, listen, everybody, listen. He has like a bus of girls outside that are willing to jump on him in a second, anytime he wants. That is pretty hard to resist.
No, you're not married.
But when you say,
back in the day,
you know,
you
forsaking
did that.
all others till death do us part,
normal.
you say that.
That's normal if you don't have a bus of girls outside that.
Then those rules don't count.
Those rules don't count
Like the
because
zip code rule.
like not normal guys are gonna have the opportunity. Like, dude, we're playing World of Warcraft all day. Like, there's not like 20 girls outside like waiting to get in my door.
Oh, there's not. There's outside of my door. Maybe.
There's one telling me to go clean up something. Okay,
Yeah.
That's how it works out.
Go pay the bill.
Oh,
wow.
That's awful.
Yeah, we're getting
going
off
to
the
hell.
rails.
Everybody's going to hell.
my
We're
gosh.
off topic.
Oh, we're way past that.
So, did you guys vote?
I did not yet.
I did.
Well, who'd you vote for?
Alliance, obviously. I have to stay true
Really?
to the blue. I
You
have
voted for
to.
the insect bike?
I did. I have to stay true to the blue.
Piece of crap snowmobile. That's what you voted for.
It
I
looks
did.
like a roach. It's like a roach mobile.
But I have loyalty to the Alliance.
Whatever.
I didn't even want to vote. I was so mad. But I just voted for the Horde because I would rather drive that one than the insect mobile. Because I got tunes on both sides. I'd rather drive the Horde.
If
Horde
I say
mobile.
I'd rather drive the Horde, I'll be tarred and feathered. So
Yeah, you better stick to
I'm
it.
just going to stick with Alliance.
Whatever.
Traitor.
What ifs?
What did Spain say? How dare you?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. There's pictures of the bike now. You can look at it on their little thing. You see like a good still shot of it. I didn't notice before, but he has wood panels to step on when you get on the bike. I thought that was pretty.
That's actually pretty
that
cool.
was pretty interesting. Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff about the Horde bike that I liked. I just wish it wasn't so cartoonish.
Well, it's going to look good in the game. In the game, it's going to look very cartoonish.
He has brass knuckles for handlebars, and I mean for the. Yeah, the bike turned out pretty good. It just wasn't, what
I'm sure Blizz will make it look better than what it is, though.
Yeah, I hope so.
Right?
Yeah.
They're like, hey, this isn't the bike we voted for.
What I say the Alliance bike looked like a glorified roly-poly?
You did.
Yep.
Because you look at the back of it, it's just like a big old roly-poly, Oh, it really is shiny, though.
I could see, like, wings popping out of that back end and just start to fly.
Butterfly.
Right?
For the galaxy!
Yeah.
The wheel of the galaxy
Oh.
is eternal.
Come on, that's how they sound. You know that's how
Pretty
they sound.
sure I just peed.
The wheel of the galaxy.
Yeah, it's a Galaxy bike. We all know it. So I guess we're going to be voting up until the 2nd, and then the episode 8 comes out on the 5th. And I guess they're going all the way to Anaheim, and they're going to reveal the bikes to them. So that's going to be a good episode, I guess.
I hope so. I hope they do it up real big.
Yeah. And they're probably going to be at BlizzCon, you know it.
Yeah, that's true.
So that'll be cool. Right on. All right, guys. Well, let's move on, and let's talk about the Wowhead Transmog guys. What do you guys think of those?
Oh, I like that. I love it.
It's
Stuck on it for
Yeah?
hours, literally
No,
hours.
I am anti-transmogging, but I might have to try something
Wait, what does
out
that
now.
mean?
I don't think you should be able to do that to your armor.
You're anti-making yourself match in game?
Yes, because you don't know what you're wearing. Back in my day, when they used to
I knew that was coming.
you got into a group and you knew, who was wearing what. Like, oh, he's wearing that outfit, but it's green, so that means it's outdated and it's not working. And then I'm wearing the blue one, so I'm good. I'm up to date. And so-and-so's wearing the red one, and you know who you were with. You knew your party members. You knew what was going on. Now, you don't know what anybody's wearing. Now you have to click on them and inspect their stuff, or you're never going to know.
Yeah.
Back in the days, you just...
You know, I'm a female. I accessorize. I love that I can accessorize.
I have to admit, I've done it a few times because I really like some of the gear.
Well,
and I get a new tier set, and it's awful. Like that very first top tier set for the priest was like this giant hat and like these giant shoulders. And it was awful. Hated it.
My husband for 6 months ran around with nothing matched, and it made me crazy. And I spent probably about $2,000 on his transmog, and everybody was just laughing at me on Facebook. They're like, "Really? You had to make him match?" I love transmogging.
Yeah, it's a bit much though, because sometimes you can spend like $2,000 on it.
Yeah, it becomes obsessive. But the guide, they did such a good job with this guide. They broke everything down. They have the 3D model view. You can change the race and all that in the class to know exactly what it's going to look like on your tune.
Right, and then they walk you through like they got dungeon sets, PvP sets,
how to get
sets,
it, where you turn it in to get it. I mean, it's so much information.
But you know, one thing
go through every expansion.
One thing I was going to mention too, though, is the graphics on that hasn't changed. So you don't, you know, the graphics are still the same as the old graphics. So when you put them on, they don't look as good. Like I went and got the first PvP for the mages, the first one, and you can get that in the Burning Crusade. Well, I went and got that, and I wore it, and I think I paid maybe $500 for it, and I stopped wearing it because it looks so weird compared to everything else.
Yeah, it's like that old Nether Drake versus the new mounts.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, that's so ugly.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, it would be nice if they would go back to old content like that and kind of revamp it and make it look nice. And
they will. Don't get that wrong. They will. They just have to wait because they can't give you everything all now. It just wouldn't make sense when we go for the game.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that Orgrimmar, that orc? He's in Orgrimmar. He's right in the front gate. But he is not upgraded yet to the rest of the graphics, and he's like a level 65 elite guard. But everything around him looks great, and then you go to him, he's like a square head, and he's not upgraded yet.
He looks like he's in Minecraft.
The wrong place. Well, I guess I saw a picture of them because they're going to go back and like they already went back and updated all the stuff in World of Warcraft. Well, they're going to go back, and his picture was one of the things that they were fixing. So I guess I wasn't the only one that realized that he was out of his environment. So, but I guess they fixed him already. I'm not. I haven't gone to check on him. But yeah, he was like a square person. He wasn't even like
a square person.
He wasn't even right. It's so sad. He probably felt so out of place, poor guy.
Yeah.
You guys are beautiful. Oh my god.
I did notice all that detail when I got Mass sent me a really cool graphics card, and I put it in my computer. And for the very first time, I was able to load World of Warcraft with everything on Ultra. And oh my gosh,
isn't
what
Ultra a beautiful thing?
It is.
Oh,
it's like 3D.
It changed my life.
It's like 3D.
I went on my brother's computer and he has it on like the lowest settings, and I'm like, what is this sorcery? I don't even understand what's happening on your computer. This is not how WoW is meant to look.
You just turn around and slap
it.
I'm just like, wow. Yeah.
You hate yourself.
How dare you?
I play it on low graphics because I hate my life. So
and you're standing right next to an NPC and it's still not loading because it's in the distance.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty bad. When you fly up and everything disappears.
Ultra's beautiful.
I used to do that. When I used to have a really bad computer, the graphics were so bad, everything was on low. I would fly up and then drop down because by the time my graphics would come into place, I only had a few seconds to hit my slow fall. So, because my computer was so bad, so I wouldn't be able to see the floor until I was like 10 feet from it. And then I was like, slow fall. I didn't always make it. I died a lot.
Right on. Well, I'm looking at some of these sets here, and I'm definitely going to go back into the old Classic because I never played Classic. I didn't play Classic, and I didn't play Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King. But I want to go back to Classic and get some of those old sets because I'm looking at them now, and they're really nice for the priest.
So many.
But how does that work for the monk, right? Like, you can't do that for the monk.
Well,
you can't go back and do that.
No, you can't.
I mean, I guess you can, but it's not. It wasn't it wasn't for the monk. It was for something else.
You weren't there. You weren't there.
You weren't back in my day.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Pandas, no. No to pandas. Just all together. They should never have been involved in the
Say
treaty.
no to pandas.
That is so true.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
It's kind of like the whole Death Knight thing, though. You know what I mean? Like, when Death Knights first came out, they're all like...
Yeah.
Their gear set was awesome. Everybody loved their gear set. So a lot of people still... I've seen some people who are, maxed out and they still keep the Death Knight, gear set. But as a Death Knight, I love some of the warrior sets, and it sucks when you can't wear some of the warrior sets.
Right. I remember the Rhino one when Spam joined the Honey Badgers, and he got his PvP armor, and he had this giant rhino horn coming out of him, and I was like, what the heck? And he's like, I don't know, that's the PvP outfit. And I was like, oh, that's so weird. I don't know. It was cool for some, but then for others, they were like, it's horrible. So but the Death Knights have always had really good outfits.
I agree.
But what do they get when they go back to Classic? I mean, what do they wear? Will they wear Warrior?
I guess if they can. I don't know.
That's actually a good question.
Or Paladin.
Let me see.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
What do they wear for Classic? That's what I was wondering for monks. Like when monks go back, what do they wear for transmog?
They just wear everything else. They wear
There's like a monk listening to the show, and he's like, I know, you idiots! this! You guys are idiots!
We don't care what he says.
Whoever this mysterious guy is.
Whoever this monk is, we can't even hear you. I have no respect for you.
Don't be like that.
No, I'm just playing. If it's a, you know what?
Words hurt, Friza. Words hurt.
Here's my issues with pandas. Okay, not necessarily the monk, but the pandas. I don't know. Like, we're in a cave and I'm farming some snow lilies because that's what I do. And I'm in this cave and I see another panda walk by. I have to click on him and find out what he is because I don't know if I should help him or steal the flower from underneath him while he's being attacked from his mouth. So I see the panda and I'm like, my first instinct is to not help it because I don't want to take it's a 50-50 chance that it's an alliance, and I would rather push him off the cliff than find out who he is.
Hit V in your keyboard and you'll be able to
tell. Not worth my time. If I could just shoot him and kill him and not even know who he was, I'd be happy still.
The laziness is epic right now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah. I just don't like pandas. I just kill them all.
Is it because they're fat?
No, it's just they bounce. One of their special abilities is to resist falling.
No. This is what happened. You had Lich King. You came with the Death Knights. They were awesome.
Yeah,
you had Kata. You had the Worgans. They were awesome. And then you come out with this next one with fluffy pandas that are supposed to be characters.
Hey, they're huggable and they roll.
Yeah, they do roll.
How are you supposed to feel? You're like, yeah, I just conquered Gigarosh. Yeah. I forgot. I'm a cuddly panda. It just destroys the whole demeanor.
Little tiny bunny tail in the back wagging.
Yep. I'm going to go eat some soup now. Some hot tea while I kill Deathwing.
That's a valid point. I can't even deny it.
Pandas episode. Oh my gosh, I have a panda, guys.
And don't even get me started on the whole panda tanking thing. I think that's retarded.
Yeah.
Throwing freaking kegs. I mean, seriously? Yeah, that guy just has 30,000 kegs attached to his back, and they're magically appearing out of his fuzzy tail ass.
I do hate that stuff. That stuff kind of bothers me.
I gotta stop.
Oh, that's
Dude, I think you need a... Mask, do you need a hug?
I don't need a hug.
Let's hug it out.
I'm good. No. I'm not going to that fuzzy side, okay? I'm not doing that. I'm a raider, is what I am.
Oh, I'm a raider.
Hardcore up in Malibu.
All right, let's move on, people.
Oh my god.
Sounds much.
All right, let's talk about the Garrison preview. What did you guys think of that?
I'm amazed. I can't wait. I'm sorry.
It's part 1, so I guess Zarheim has a couple more planned to reveal this new, try to sell us on this Garrison thing, because there's a lot of hate out there for those Garrisons.
Why is there hate?
Why is there hate for that?
Because it's not, what do they call it when you live, like character housing? It's not character housing. It's not. it's garrisons. So they want character housing, kind of like we have with a farm, where we could decorate our own little stuff and put our own little stuff in there. But we all know that garrisons is going to be obsolete when the next expansion comes out. So it's not character housing. It's only going to be fun like your farm. It's only going to be fun while Pandera's current.
So
when the next expansion comes out, you leave your farm. You don't live in your farm anymore.
So they're not going to continue that?
Well, you know they're not. Why would they? Your garrison's going to be in a different timeline. How are you going to bring that with you?
I mean that you're going to be able to farm in your new garrison.
I'm pretty sure they are taking that content over, aren't they?
That's what
they haven't said anything about farming. It has everything to do with send your guys out and have them do a quest for you and let them come back. So the more guys you get, the more people you have sending out there.
The more followers, right? That's what they're calling them, followers.
Okay, here's another question. Maybe you can answer it for me. I was reading it, but it's very hard for me to read and concentrate at the same time. What were they talking about defending your garrison? Can you explain that to me?
I'm going to love it because I think it's like Warcraft. Have you ever played that?
Yeah.
Like you kind of build up your own forts, you level them up, you know.
And then you defend it. And you can attack other people's maybe, or is it NPCs?
It's going to be like, I think, another way how to generate gold and like prizes and stuff along that line. It's opening up a whole nother market for players who are kind of bored with what's out there, you know what I mean?
And then also explain to me about the arena and it's
like a dueling arena in there.
Okay, so you can either have that or you can have what?
So apparently you can't have everything.
Okay.
So you have to pick what you want in your garrison. So you can't have everything in there.
Oh, so those are the two, because it gives two options you can have. You can either have an arena or you can have what's the other thing it said you can have? I have to look it up.
I think it said armory.
Armory,
or you
yeah.
can get a mage tower.
A mage tower, and it's like, so you can choose one of those, which is not Horde or Alliance, but one of them looks like Alliance. So
there's 21 buildings.
It's the lumber mill, right? Isn't that the choices they give you? Yeah, it's the lumber mill or the sparring arena is what they're calling it.
So you get 21 different buildings, but you're not going to fit all 21 in your garrison.
Right.
So yeah, and then you're going to have to defend it. I guess you're going to get attacked, and if you don't upgrade your stuff or keep up with your garrison, it all goes to hell.
I think they should have guild garrisons.
Which would be way better because you got a lot more people investing into it, and you can really upgrade it.
In a central place for all of your guildmates to do a dance or whatever random stuff people do when they get together. But I think that would be way better.
What was it? What was the game? I think it was Star Wars for the PC. Might have been for the Xbox, where it was the RPG, and it was Star Trek. I'm sorry, Star Trek, and you get your ship. And you invite people, and that's actually like everybody's ship that they go to, and that they're all captains, whatever, but only one person's the leader of that ship, and that's so that's kind of what I think it should be too, where you get this little castle or town hall, whatever it is, and everybody should be able to walk in and out, whoever's in that guild. So when you go in there could be like Orgrimmar, you walk into Orgrimmar, there's like 50 people hanging around, it could be the same way, but for your little thing, and I think that would be cool, but I think it's going to work up to that. I think right now they're just doing the trial and error and see.
Yeah, like we know them to do. Yeah. They do something really cool and they upgrade it, and then they bring what they learned from that into the next expansion. So it's very possible we'll see character housing
or like
in
a
next
guild
expansion.
hall. Like a guild hall. I played a game. It's old as Moses, but it's called Red Moon. And they were armies, not guilds. But when you had an army, you had an army hall. You paid rent every month that your army generated revenue, and you paid rent for it. But you just had an option where you right clicked a certain skill, and it took you right to your army hall, and that's where everybody. That was the central place. You had your vault there, everything.
Right.
It was like your guild hall. I totally would be on board if they did something like that.
Yes, agreed. That'd
be kind of cool. Well, I don't understand still. You say it's not a character housing. Isn't there going to be like portals there? Isn't there going to be vendors? Isn't there going to be...
That'd be great if there's portals there.
Because your farm... Doesn't your farm have portals?
Yeah, you can get those little portal shards that you farm, and you can go anywhere in the world with those little shards.
Only when you're in your farm, right?
Right, and then you just throw it down, and you get a portal to Silvermoon or Orgrimmar or anywhere.
Because that's what I consider. I considered your farm kind of your character housing in a way, because
that's what I wanted it to be. But with true character housing is customizable.
Right.
Like, I wanted to name my cat, or not have a cat and have a dog, or I wanted to
or even
put
give your
signs up
housing a
or
name.
pictures up.
Like,
yeah, you give it a name, and then you upgrade the stuff. You get a better bed, or you get a better picture, or you can do I'll have all kinds of options, and make it very specific, like to your race and not just your faction, you know. And so I don't think they're doing that yet. And that's why I think why everybody has a lot of beef with this Garrisons thing.
Well, they said something at the end. They said something at the end about professions are going to be integrated with your garrison.
Right. So you don't have to. What they're trying to do is they want us to have all professions, because it takes a lot of work for somebody to have all professions. You have to have at least, I don't know, like 9 tunes or 8 tunes to have every single profession on there. And when you do that, you can farm anything you want, get anything you want, but that's for people who have the time to do that. So what they're trying to do is, like Blizzard does, give everybody a free handout. So now you have your garrison, and you can have all the professions in your little garrison, and you can send out your followers to go get wood, or go get this, or go get that, and they're bringing back supplies for you. So you're actually going to be able to craft your own stuff, even though you don't have that profession, which I think is just a handout.
It is.
I think it's going to be fun.
But it will be fun, right? But I thought they wanted us to play our alts, not get a main that can do everything. Because if I have a main that can do every single profession and do everything, why bring my alts in? And that's the other question I have: is my garrison per my account, or do I have a different garrison for every single alt? Because I'm only going to upgrade one. I'm not going to upgrade, what I have 4. I have 4 tunes right now. I'm not going to upgrade 4 garrisons.
That's going to be rough.
That is true.
No,
I wonder how that's going to work.
happen.
Hold on.
And how sad when you do all this work into your one account and to your one garrison, and then you got on your alt and you're like, oh, I haven't even touched that.
Now you say you're not going to upgrade it, but ain't you the same guy who has to farm on every single character, and you farm all your characters?
Shut up, Fraser.
I just said, I think
Called out on the spot.
That was terrible.
How dare you?
I don't even have a farm. I never did it.
I
didn't. I started the quest and then I...
Let me your tune.
My ADD totally was like, I don't want to sit here and plant onions and then deal with the ones that rot. Like, I totally have never even done the farm.
Oh.
I know, blasphemy.
I'm bleeding inside. How could you?
Everybody's always like, well, what about your farm? I don't even know what that means.
How much gold you can make with that farm?
It's very true, and you can get so much stuff that we missed out on, Bale, but you know what? We're better people for it. So
yeah, you ended up doing stuff in real life that I never did. You guys were like, "You just see that new movie?" And I was like, "No, I was at my 4th farm." I'll see it on Red Box.
I never got into it. Matt, you didn't make one either?
Actually, it was Illidan, not Illidan. Good God.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
He just killed me. Okay, that's what happened. Never mind. No, our buddy over here. He helped me. He started me with the quest and kind of showed me what to do. I think I got to I was killing rats or something. I don't remember, and then I quit after that because it's just really time consuming. So.
Yeah.
And I forget to go. You have to go every day and do stuff, and anything that requires repetition, I forget.
Yeah.
It was so easy. What are you guys talking about?
You're making me want to, as soon as we're done here, I feel like I need to go see what this farm situation's all about.
You're not missing out.
Okay, let me give you the breakdown.
I made one. Okay.
Come on. Let me give you the breakdown. It's super easy. It's now they've made it way too easy.
No, it's
not. Way too easy. Now, I did it when it was hard to do, and I had to gain reputation with all these people one at a time in order to get exalted. It took a while. Now it's super easy. You can get exalted in 5 quests. And then you get exalted, and then once you remove their stone, you get the stone removed, then you have all your plots, and you can get this cool little thing that you click, and it takes away all of the bugs, and then you get this cool little thing that you put on and that waters all your plants. So you take care of all the bugs, water all your plants, and then you click on all the ones that have an NPC to kill, and then you bring them all in, you AoE them and kill them, and there's 2 other things you got to do to get the rest of the weeds off of your plants, and you're done. I can do my farm right now in 5 minutes.
Listen, my onions have flies coming out of them, and I don't know how to fix it, and it's frustrating, so I just walked away.
It's a little can that you can pick up on a stump that's right next to your farm. There's a little can right there. You pick up that can. It goes into your bag. You walk over to that thing. You click on it, and then you click on the little sprayer, and it sprays it, and it's gone. Sorry, I get really into the farms.
No, that was like literally 3 months ago. That was my problem. I got annoyed because there was flies and I didn't know what to do. So I was just like, okay, I'm done. I'm good. No further. I didn't investigate. I didn't ask anybody. I just walked away from my farm and never went back.
That's kind of how the quest, you guys remember that quest when you're getting your legendary cloak, where you have to kill that Shaw, and then you have to clicking on those little things so that it'll de-energize the Shaw or something, and I couldn't get past that because I kept trying it as a healer.
Oh.
And it was the hardest thing, and to the point where I almost was like fist through screen, so frustrated. And I said, I don't need this cloak. That's how bad this is. I don't need it. And I walked away from the cloak for like 3 months because I didn't want the stress. And then somebody was like, just try it in shadow. You'll do it. You'll kill it in shadow, no problem. So I tried it one time, kill. And I was like, really?
Oh yeah, you should.
You could have had the cloak. You could have had the cloak.
A long time ago, yeah.
No, I don't understand. When I did it, I couldn't do it because I'm a mage and we can't heal ourselves. And that was rough, man. That was something I've never dealt with.
You can't
before
heal
in my life.
yourself. One of your 3 buttons is not a heal skill?
Oh, no.
Oh,
My goodness.
ouch.
What is
Yes.
happening in America right now?
I just want to say that I don't understand you, and this conversation's over.
This conversation's over.
Just use your ice block.
Oh, my goodness. Again with the ice block.
That's
Thing is
terrible.
useless.
Isn't that one meme, keep calm and ice block?
Yes.
My husband hates me because I constantly troll him.
Ice block. Use it.
Whenever we're get down in a boss, I'm like, just ice block, you're fine. He's like, shut up. That was terrible. I apologize.
It's okay.
I don't really
Right
apologize.
on. Well, I'm looking forward to part 2 of these garrisons because it's going to answer a lot more questions. It looks cool now, but they're really trying to sell us on this idea because they're seeing all the hate out there.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll switch it up as they see the crowd veering them in a different direction.
Right. And when's the beta coming? Because then we can go try this out.
It's ever coming, ever.
I don't know. Maybe I'll get it.
And seriously, the beta. Come on. Yeah, you'll get it.
No beta for
You'll
you,
get
Matt. No beta for you.
Like, we'll give him Heroes of the Storm and the beta.
You're on the beta blacklist,
And give the rest of us the finger.
pretty much.
They might even send him an Azeroth, what is that? An Azeroth chopper shirt.
Yeah, you'll get
I
that
don't
with
know.
your beta.
Yeah, you might get one. Oh my goodness. Let me see Mad just thinking about it.
shirt.
You know what else? Look, they have that 35% off this week as well for the armored,
Yeah, the Armored Bloodwing.
and the,
You guys have
the
that?
Blossoming Ancient. No.
That Bloodwing screams Horde.
I have
awesome.
a Bloodwing, and I'm not Horde, and you're right, it does scream Horde, and I love it, though. My lock
It's got
is
like
amazing.
chain. Okay, yeah, it screams Warlock as well. But yeah,
It's got
so I
red
got one when
steam
that
coming
first
from
came
its mouth that looks like blood.
out. Yes.
It's awesome.
Yes, I just hate the little feet. I don't like the little feet.
What's 35% off what it is now?
25. It's normally 25.
Okay.
And I got it on a 35% sale, so I think I paid like.
So it's $16.25.
Buy
I bought it.
Totally
I bought
buy
it when it was 50% off.
Yeah, I bought it when it was $10.
Yeah.
Totally buy it. It's awesome.
I bought it when it was
I told my
free.
wife.
No.
I was at work. You know, listen to the story. No, seriously. I was at work.
give it to me
I
for
called my
free.
wife. I was on the toilet, and I was like, "Wife, I need to buy something." And she's like, "What do you need to buy?" It's like, "I need to buy this mountain game." It's like, "You're gonna pay $10 to buy this thing you ride around in a game?" Yeah.
That doesn't exist.
She scolded me when I got home. It was hilarious, but she let me have it, and then I showed her how happy I was, and then she's
That's
like,
a good
"Oh,
wife.
at least you're happy." Yeah, no, she's an amazing wife. So.
Like, this is the best day of my life.
You have no idea.
There is no other thing that's happened in our marriage that makes me happier than this now.
Don't
And
people
see,
like that.
listen, it's funny how men and women are different. Whereas me, I just tell him after I've purchased it, and I said, check out what I just bought, and he just gives me the evil eye like, well, you wouldn't let me just buy something. You'd have to ask if it's in our budget. Well, I know the budget, so I don't have to ask you. But the roles are totally reversed. Women just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm finding that out too.
No, we always talk about everything.
Listen, not every marriage is perfect, man.
Yeah. Why you gotta keep showing us up? So your marriage is better, and you're getting the.
And I
you're
got
getting
the
all
beta.
handouts from
Yeah,
Blizzard?
my life's
Really?
pretty awesome. Not gonna
I
lie.
get the mounts at 50%.
Do you have children,
off.
Mass?
Yeah, I have a 8-month-old.
That's why. You have one tiny mini. Wait till there's several of them. Then come talk to us about your perfect marriage.
We talk about everything.
Hey, I've known my wife since I was 3. So don't be like that.
Wow, that's a love story.
Oh, you guys best friends?
Are you guys
Don't be like that.
He's a hater. He's a hater. Don't listen to him.
He's jealous because he's not your BFF.
I know.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, he wants your beta key.
Okay. Well,
That's really what he's going for.
let's move on and how amazing my life is and go on with something else now, okay? So. How about we actually talk about the beta?
Yep, do it. Tell us about it since we're so hurt.
Since you're so hurt? Well, I don't know. Have any of you guys actually played League of Legends before?
Hate it.
Nope.
Hate everything about it. Hate it.
Okay, well then you're gonna hate this game.
Hate it.
Don't even worry about it. You're just gonna hate it.
Take your mic
I've
off.
never played it.
Don't even listen.
It's I don't know the fancy what they call it, like a mob or some type of game. Whatever MOBA game. Yeah, that's a fancy word for it. So what it is it's kind of like you have to destroy their fort, and there's walls that you have to break through, and there's AI that constantly get flooded in every 30 or 40 seconds, whatever it is, and basically the easiest way how to sum it up is if any of you guys have ever played Warcraft, to where you kind of level up your guy, your champion pretty much gets leveled up every time you do a kill and anything like that. It's kind of like that, but the one thing I like that they removed is the items, because in League of Legends and also in the Warcraft games you can purchase items, that the major character, do more attack or regenerate mana and stuff like that. And so far that I've seen, is they completely got rid of that. So that I like that, because when I played League of Legends, it was just so easy in the first 20 minutes. You do a certain rotation, and then you buy a certain gear. Then after that, you can literally one-hit everything. It just kind of ruins the purpose of the game. So what they did is they actually give you talents. And I think it's every 5 levels, or every 3 levels, they let you choose a talent. Like your first talent is, for instance, I'm playing a siege tank from StarCraft. That's the one I like to play. Awesome. And what it is the first talent is advanced artillery. It's a trait. So it increases damage, for enemies over a certain amount of distance. And then some, it's like your basic attack is increased, 20% against AI, or your attack speed and stuff like that. So instead of giving you items to make you stronger, what they did is they gave you talents to make yourself be more unique, and you can customize your damage within that. And another cool thing that they did was there's actually, I'm not sure of the dude's name, but he's pretty much a druid, and you can go out and you can be support healer, and there's support range assistance, and then you got Illidan over here that keeps killing me, and he's running around with his 2 little blades just slicing everybody up. If you don't like playing games that are like League of Legends, that are solely just 5-man team-based games, going to try to take down a fort, this isn't a game for you. If you like to do 25-man raids and stuff like that, it's not a game for you. But if you just want a time killer, this is what you want to do. Do the
characters rotate like they do in LOL? Like, how they rotate, and you might play one character one week and can't the other? I think that's what I disliked about LOL, is that the characters rotate, and I don't like that. I like to be able to focus on just one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't get to that yet. Yes, there are different characters that get released every week. I think there are 2 basic characters. I'm not sure which ones that you'll always get, but they rotate every week. So I think I counted there was 22 different characters that they had from all of their Blizzard games so far. It's not just your normal, not just from World of Warcraft, or just not from this game. It's from everybody. So it's kind of cool. So if you play any of the games, you can kind of choose a character that from the game you liked. Kind of gives you that little bit more of I don't know if independence is the right word, but kind of something that you're used to playing with. Another thing that's kind of cool is, like, after every battle you get experience. And this isn't necessarily like in LOL, where you got experience and then, you start getting badges and whatnot. This is more along the lines, actually, you level up and you get coins to purchase these characters, and you unlock, like, daily quests and accomplishments and stuff like that. So there's still a lot to it. I haven't been able to, I guess, test everything yet. But each game is typically 15 to, 20 minutes, so they're not, in and out, but you do get to have a lot of fun with them. And that's in versus. And there's also cooperative, where there's different objectives of what you do, like to control towers and stuff for a certain amount of time. So the game's going to be really unique. I think what Blizzard tried to do was trying to get into this, the mob-type game, because there's a lot of them out there right now, and they haven't necessarily touched on that yet. So I think they were just trying to join the field because Blizzard, is Blizzard. I don't want to talk bad about them because it might take away my beta. But they're very.
That's smart though. That's really smart. There's a lot of LOL players.
It's very driven. They want to get a lot of people, because once WoW starts fading out, they're going to move them over to their new game, but they also want to introduce different types of games to, all of their account holders, I guess is the best word. And I think it's a good time killer game. If you've ever played LOL, I think you'll enjoy it if you enjoyed that game. If you want a time killer, this is going to be it. I don't know yet if it's going to be in a subscription-based type thing or if it's just going to be free. So
right, I think that everybody's wondering that.
So it's kind of like one of those things. I think it's really going to have to depend on what they get. It might I think it's going to kind of be like the Diablo, to where they give you that starter thing that you can always play. I think to like a certain level, then you have to buy expansions or whatnot, and maybe like that, or it just may be completely free. But I know if this hits the road like it's going to, they're going to have championships and everything. It's going to get really competitive really quick. So it's going to be good. I think LOL is going to have a big challenger on the road once this hits. So we're just going to have to see it. But I don't know when it's going to be released, but when it does, I would really encourage everybody just to play it for a couple rounds, because I think everybody can enjoy it, and it's going to be a time killer. And it's not like PvP to where you bash your head against the keyboard after getting QQ'd by a mage that only uses 3 keys all the time. You know what I mean? So
right.
Go ahead. Keep on bringing it.
I actually have some video that I recorded of my gameplay, so I'm going to try to upload that as soon as I can.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I might have to check it out. I would love to get a beta key. So if you know anybody at Blizzard, with your connections and all.
All of a sudden he's connected now.
I'm not connected, but I know a guy that knows another guy.
Know a guy, knows a guy, had a neighbor. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, anywho. That was my little rant. So I think next week, if we have time, I want to talk about it a little bit more after I get some more content. They actually were going to stop my time on Friday, but since I guess I didn't play that long, they extended it. So I was kind of psyched about that.
So you only get so much time on it?
Well, it's a beta. It's only going to be out for so long before they take it back.
Oh, okay.
Hearthstone didn't have a time on their beta, though. I think I played for 3 months in beta for Hearthstone.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it did.
Well, anywho.
Wow, yeah.
It
sounds like
though.
fun.
A good way to break up the monotony of the same everyday stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, again, I said Blizzard, I don't want to get, the beta taken away, but I think what they're trying to do is, with all these online games out there now, they're trying to tackle as many of them as they can that are popular.
Is it something you can do while you're queuing for LFR? Like you can with Hearthstone, or no?
The game's a little bit more intense than that on your computer. So, I know I can handle it because I used to play StarCraft and StarCraft 2 and Raid at the same time when we were waiting to tackle boxes to get the whole group together. So, if your computer can handle it, go for it, but I would suggest not. So, yeah, that was all my little... And hopefully I'll get some more things out to you guys so you guys can understand some more.
Nice.
Right on. That sounds like fun. definitely. But if you haven't played these other games that Blizzard has created, you're not going to know who Jim Raynor is or Kerrigan or any of that. So, but I mean, it'll still be fun for you, I guess.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be great for everybody. So, but even if you haven't played them all, like I haven't played Diablo that much, but still the characters are iconic. So you've always seen them in the commercial or whatnot. So, I think people are going to have a lot of fun with this, and think it's gonna take storm. I think. Hopefully, I'm praying that you don't have to pay a subscription fee for it. Because if you do, I'm not paying $30 a month for WoW and this.
No, they're not going to tack that on. There's no way they would tack that on. If you're already giving them $15, they're just going to let you play.
Hey, you don't know.
No, they wouldn't do that. No. I got a little bit more faith in Blizzard than that. No way.
Hey, they put an app inside the game so you could buy mounts while you're in game. I'm pretty sure that they might throw in a fee if they really want to.
Or maybe like just $5 extra, like $5
Yeah,
extra.
something simple. I mean, I don't know yet if it's going to be free. I'm hoping it's free because it is a good little, you get to jump in and get in and out type game.
Let's find out, guys. To the forums!
Oh,
Yeah, that'll be nice. Well, remember the mobile armory, you had to pay for it at first, and then they decided to just throw it in if you subscribe. So that's pretty cool.
You guys still use that?
I use it. You remember I toilet WoW in my armory?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you make all your money.
I make all my money in the toilet.
The grapper.
Time is money, friend.
That was good.
That was
Your
awesome.
husband passes by and he's like, "Wait, what? What's going on in there? Open the door."
Oh, goodness.
That's all.
Oh, that's funny. Right on, guys. We got anything else to add, guys? Because we ran out of stuff to talk about.
Okay.
That's it. Wrap it up, guys. It's over.
The new character.
Oh, yeah,
Model.
the Gnome and Tauren models.
Pretty good.
They added that website now. You can go check it out.
Well, what's our time looking at, actually, guys?
I think we're at an hour now.
Yeah, let's not make this into another hour-and-a-half episode.
What? What? People want to hear this.
They
Mass,
do.
come on. Taurens, love them.
Okay.
No, love them.
When I listen to a video podcast, if it goes longer than 30 minutes, I'm out.
Oh, no. Dude, there's some of them that are like
2
3
hours
hours
long.
long.
Yeah, they're long.
Yeah, that's probably why I haven't heard of.
And I listen to the whole thing because I'm at work.
You're that
And
guy.
Yeah, listen to the whole thing. I will, because I'm a completionist. I have to finish it. I get, my OCD kicks in. I'm like, there's still that 2 minutes I didn't listen to. I have to listen to that real quick. Yeah, it's pretty bad. My OCD gets pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I am a completionist. No, I like these new models. These new models are really cool. I want to be a gnome now. I seriously do.
I punt gnomes, so just
I
Careful.
punt gnomes.
there's gnome punting that occurs, so.
I've never wanted to be the cow, and I'm horde all the way, but seriously, I just don't want to be a cow. I don't know what it is. They're really cool, and they're the biggest characters in the game, but I just can't be a cow.
I don't like gnomes. They're just too short and they're undefying. Because like if you're a tank and you're a gnome, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I don't like the fact that they can run as fast as everybody else, because that ain't true, man. They should be able to be like, hold up, guys, and run with us, but they're falling behind.
I don't know. I watched an episode of Jackass once, and I saw that little midget on that thing, and he kept up with everybody.
Gnome tanks are my favorite. I love gnome tanks.
You can't see them.
Their helmet is like their whole body.
Their
They
pet,
just cut
if they have one of their little battle pets out, it's bigger than they are.
That's like that meme that I put on the web page. It was a gnome and he's emote crying, and it's like, went to Pandaria. Even the kids are taller.
That's awesome.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Well, Mass, how can people find you if they want to get a hold of you?
I don't want them to find me.
I knew he was going to say that.
Always says that. That's awesome.
Right on. Well, I guess if you want to find him, you can go check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/PWNcast. And Friza, how can people find you?
Friza Mage on Facebook, Friza the Mage on Twitter, and anytime you guys want to get in contact with me, my phone always notifies me when someone talks on my Twitter or Facebook account. So if you ever want to do PvPing on a Saturday or Sunday, whoever's listening, send me a send me a message on Facebook or Twitter, and I will get it. A tweet.
Send me a tweet.
And I will get your name, and we will play on Saturday. We will go kill some people. That's not
That sounds like fun. Right on. How about you, Val? How can people find you?
I have my personal Facebook, which is facebook.com/SamanthaIsIt. And I'm also one of the admins for Girls Who Play WoW. So if anybody needs to get a hold of me to get my B tag or anything, they can just address the message to our inbox to Belle, and I'll get it.
No, we're just going to ban you.
And I don't... Hater. I don't tweet or Twitter or whatever that is. It's weird.
No, but she twats on the toilet. So.
Oh!
Wow!
That's terrible.
Now we're explicit.
It's like you know me.
It's over. We're explicit now. I have to update that.
That's terrible.
Oh my God!
I'm hurting.
Save on you.
Math, I thought we were friends. That hurt.
We were never friends. We weren't even associates. Okay.
That's it. I'm telling your wife.
Blasphemy. That's a terrible thing. I'm hurt. I'm gonna go cry in the corner with my shrunken head.
You know what it is? It's the final stress. He's got all the finals and all that.
Yeah. But why is it directed towards the female?
Right. It must say something. Me. How does that make you feel, Mass?
I don't know.
Let's sit him down on the couch and get to the bottom of this. Right on. Well, guys, you can find me at Eliada the Priest.
Word.
That's Eliadah. And on Facebook, I don't tweet really, and I have a Twitter account.
He doesn't twat.
I just don't get on there. I don't get on Twitter, and I have all these updates, and they're like, so-and-so retweeted this, and so-and-so retweeted this, and I'm like, okay, I don't know. And I have all of the devs on there, all the designers and all that, they're all on there, and I just don't do it. I don't know what it is. I know what it is. I blame it on Clash of Clans. I spend more time on Clash of Clans on my stupid phone than anything else. Stupid game is addicting.
That's all I pay for my phone is so I can play Clash of Clans. That's about it. That's all I play.
Fries is going to do a Clash of Clans segment at the end of our show.
I will. I will guide you in the winnings of Clash of Clans.
Right on. Well, a couple of announcements. Our what is it? iTunes is not out yet. I guess they take forever to approve your episode. Once they approve it, though, I'm just going to bomb them with all the rest of our episodes and get them all on there as soon as possible.
You're going to get banned.
So we'll be on iTunes shortly, however long this takes. But apparently I was warned, and they said it could take up to 2 weeks. So we got a little bit of time to wait. And another announcement is if everything works out perfectly, we should have Songhammer on our show next week. And if you guys don't know who Songhammer is, they're the guys who did that song on BlizzCon, We Are the Horde, Your Rightful Overlords. It's a really cool group. They have some new stuff that they're working on, and I don't know if they're going to be going to this new BlizzCon, but we will get a hold of them and talk to them and ask them all kinds of questions. So prepare for the Horde show next week. It's going to be all Horde. Those guys are hardcore Horde.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I'm excited to talk to those guys. That'd be great. And hopefully Spam will be back. He's at a wedding, so that's why Spamburger has not joined us this week. But if you guys want to contact Spamburger, you can find him at I Eat Spamburgers on Twitter. So you can find him there. So that's pretty much it, guys. From all of us here at PWNcast, we bid you adieu. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
there.
I have to pee. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You're such a woman.
I'm pretty
Wow.
sure I already peed.
I'm gonna go twat.
And the truth comes
I bet
out.
he is. I wouldn't put it past him.